Zab Judah, who has been in night mainly because of what he brings to the table in the sport.
Side for and the Judah is, regardless of whatever the situation is, it's not like he's all around. Back in
Clottey.
very party, like it's carnival time or something.
He's nervous. He doesn't show it, does he?
Well, that's his nervous dance, but he looks as cool as a cucumber. That's pretty difficult to cool in Las Vegas in August.
Looks like he's sort of lost around his gloves.
Yeah, maybe that's where the presents are. Maybe the gifts are in those.
Ladies and gentlemen, Palms Resort Casino, Las Vegas, Nevada. We welcome a After Dark being brought to you by Aram's Top Rank Incorporated. In the section with Tecate Cerveza with Attitude, Affliction Clothing, and HBO Sports. These are being sanctioned by the Nevada Commission, John Bailey. Commissioners, Skip Avancino Jr., J. Day Unval. Executive Director is Keith Kaiser. Keeping we have Steve S. At our positions at ringside, David Watson, Al Kina, and Damon Zavala. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is event round for the vacant IBF Welterweight Championship of the World. Supervising for the IBF, Al Lewis. About should it reach the distance. Pennsylvania, George Hill, and also out of Nevada, Glenn Trowbridge. Third man in the ring, referee Robert Bird. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the fighter. He steps into the ring, clad in burgundy trunks, and officially at 100 and by knockout. 4 world titles. The former welterweight, former undisputed welterweight, and former super welterweight of the world. Representing Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York, Zab Super Judah. His opponent in the corner. He's in the colors land, red, gold, and he weighed in at the weight limit of 147 pounds with a record consisting of with only 2 long. He's coming by way of contest. The number ranked welterweight contender in the world. Out of Joshua Clottey.
One and one. All right, Mr. Judah, Mr. Clottey. This will be cleanly competitive. Contested. Nothing else acceptable. If I tell you to stop, what that means is if you're doing, give me a clean break. Protect yourselves at all times. Let's do it.
And one of the best referees of all time, Robert Byrd, will be working this tonight. And when we got to the arena tonight, Tim Smith, who's working alongside me, the first thing we talked about was Judah coming in at 143, 4 pounds below 147. What do you make of that?
I don't know. I don't know whether he's overtrained or not. He's only gained 4 additional pounds between the weigh-in and tonight. On the other hand, Clottey has gained a whopping 13 pounds since the weigh-in, making him by far the bigger. So
there's a 13-pound difference. So we got
Judah is a legitimate welterweight at this point.
And we got a middleweight over here in Hitter Clottey.
In Hitter Clottey, yeah. Right. But, you know, maybe Zab thought he needed to be a little bit faster, quicker on
the... This 12, Judah is a left-hander on the left screen.
And this is weighed for any fight. He was 145 for both Mayweather and Miguel Cotto, so we'll see how it works.
Hearing reports from his camp the last couple of 3 weeks. There's no secret that Judah had a tendency not to train as hard as he should, out late at night before a fight. And I think he finally got through to him, according to what I'm hearing. The serious nature of what this fight scheduled for.
He's looking very sharp, very quick. He slipped and ducked. Big left hand by Clottey.
Good hands, folks. Mentioned it before. Those hands. Good defense. Keep. You'll see the more flashier style, personality, as I said, technique. 2 guys in the ring right now, and a lot of traction and tension.
Yeah, and you know the hand it lands for Clottey. You know, Clottey felt disrespected by Zab back in 2000 in an incident at Gleason's gym in Brooklyn. I had to invite him outside for a fight after hitting him for calling him out after Clottey had won a fight, and they said, fight Zab Judah. Took a every day.
Well, you can really hear ringside see into this fight, but Zab's advantage is probably going to be speed anyway, so neutralize. Almost a clash of heads right there.
Zab just stuck an uppercut, left uppercut in on Clottey.
When you carry him, Clottey just missed left, and he just came up short with that. You get the sense there's some pent-up energy here they're trying to unleash.
I tell you, Zab looks very fluid. It looks like he wanted to come in lighter so he'd be moved. And I'm telling you, he looks the of the slick lefty right now, the slick southpaw style, working well for him against Clottey.
Seconds of round. If he can keep
Clottey's corners tell him he's doing good. And throw the left hand, let the left hand touch him, and let the left hand go. He's telling him to cut him off.
Same way. All right? In the gym. Keep your defense. All right? You got it. No, keep it. Taking the circle. Joshua.
You heard Zab Judah sort of asking and telling, I won that round, right, to his father. I guess there's a confirmation that was rewarded around. Obviously, saw it, but
that he's in here and intends to box as well. W rounds, knowing what he's up against. Answer for that. Been missing a lot the first couple of rounds, but it's up to Judah out of range.
He's doing a really good job of circling body and the ring off. But he hasn't been able to. That might be easier said than done.
The pro Judah crowd here tonight. That sounded good, but those punches landed squarely on gloves.
People from Brooklyn then willing to say they're from the Bronx.
I suppose so. I just watch Clottey here. He's not going to get away from those high gloves and that stance.
A warning from referee Robert Bird there on a low punch. Stuck a left hand on the, like it was right on.
Judah best. He moves. He continue it throughout the fight. That's the question. Right hand just landed body right.
That's what
he got a little careless.
And that right hand stunned Judah a little.
See, hands inviting a punch.
Well, he thinks that he's fast enough to slip. That was a couple of inaccurate.
Uppercut.
Double.
Left uppercut. Oh, another and it got to Zab.
Zab a little bit. That's not a good.
Out there. Round two.
Trying to neutralize that lefty stance spot.
Tough round to score.
I'm going to give it to Clottey based on the
Punches.
The right and the left.
No, right. You look good. Robbie on the. Yo, how you feel? Look, listen, you got to keep little corners on the rope, and he's trying to go off. On one shot at a time. Yeah, that's all he's doing. A hook, I'll straight. He do this here. He leads with the right hand. Hands up.
This replay here, and there is that straight the button right by Josh. Good work in that round by Joshua Clottey, doing what he needs to do, trying to get inside of that defense of Zab Judah. Zab does keep his hands down low. That's something he's going to have to be a little bit concerned about because it seems like Clottey has enough to get there when he needs to get there.
That's with Clottey. Round 3 now scheduled for 12 here from the hotel. Probably maybe facing a last hurrah here. In a little wrestling.
International Brooklyn signer, what are you going
to He's got his speed and his boxing ability to keep Clottey confused.
keep him off balance?
Don't
let him get into it. Clottey them fight to a rhythm. Settled you so that pressure can take over. Just trying to establish a rhythm.
Throw taking the right there. Way over top as they clinch.
That leg inside of Judah inside.
He's trying to outside that right foot. Off. Boxing technique. You know what you have to do. Clottey just caught one coming forward.
Got a big right forward.
Yes, he did. He's, like you said, Tim, he's having trouble finding that rhythm, and he's just throwing one punch at a time, as Judah's corner was mentioning. To be able to win this fight, have to and now that's not where Kuda wants to be right there in that corner. Step quickly out, get back in the center, and go to work.
Yeah, works perfect. The rule box,
which was the critical mistake Miguel Cotto made this week.
Absolutely.
Lead right again from the scene, blazing by seconds. Round 3 here.
This fight,
it sure does.
Straight up.
Clottey's trainer is telling him when he goes to bring it up, to throw that uppercut, to throw the right uppercut. Try to get through Judah's defense. So they want him. And here's Zab. Very good. Then there.
Second out, mouthpiece in. Second out, mouthpiece.
I got to think Yoel's pretty happy about what he's seeing from his son so far.
Yeah, he's doing
what they want him to do.
He's doing what he wants to do.
4. Zab Judah on the right side of your screen. Joshua Clottey. Left, colors of God.
Zab.
Got caught kind of out of balance there a little bit.
He was turning.
Judah stepping up the intensity. Now he's using his speed. Kind of got a wake-up call there, Tim. And now Clottey grand face. He's got caught right hand that lead been throwing.
Realize all of that nice body work that Zab was.
Yep.
Right hand. So punishing.
And
surprised at the power of that shot. Clottey had that hard. So that was a.
Oh, here we go.
Let's go.
The ref is like, no, it wasn't.
PO'd now. To throw since he got it.
That lead right hand is, bust moves of Zab Judah. Knows
that he's having trouble.
exactly Clottey told him to do. It's come inside and throw it. Executed it to perfection.
This all got hit, being turned, and now the nose is an issue coming out in the breathing issue.
Well, here's a Miguel Cotto and we got with the nose.
That happened early in that fight and happened early in this.
Fourth round last week. Again, when you nose it, it's a matter of conditioning, breathing.
Just walking in right now.
Just walking on single shots.
Yep, and now that upper got to put some is hurt.
Zab's hurt.
He's hurt.
He's hanging on now.
He got stung hard, that nose, and Clottey opposing his will upon him right now. 24 left in round 4 here.
He's keeping up the pressure, staying on top of Zab. He's closing the distance. He's working exactly what his plan. Work the body and come up. And Clottey looking menacingly over at Zab's corner. He is a
Listen, you keep this one. Think in your mind, 1, 2, 3. Circles. That's
There's a replay that right hand middle body. There's the up. They're working. He's working the middle. His trainer told him in that round. There he is with the uppercut again. And it's getting through now. Through before it's getting.
There's that right hand again. Tim, that's the look on Clottey's face. He's not been phased at a big round 4, and he's to be reckoned with right now. We'll see if he can turn this fight around again. Long way to go.
Well, he came in. This is my time to be a champion. Punctuated that by make Zab Judah cry.
pick him up. Pick him up.
Zab again from
That was right on the line. It wasn't low. I saw the punch. Clottey's attention. Now for Zab Judah there. If he can get moving in an awkward position using his speed, that's what he did best in the first couple of 3 rounds.
Clottey is just down. That was a low blow.
I think he is too.
I think Zab's in big trouble now.
That's exactly right.
Clottey's just teeing off on him. Zab can't.
It's that right hand. Uppercut. Judah, that's a pretty good right hand that Clottey picked. I think it hurt a little bit, though. Shook his head.
Clottey's catching one of those body shots on his arm. I think that one of those things that
body work from Clottey, little uppercut there. This is not where Zab wants to be with this guy.
He doesn't want to be inside there because nothing he can do inside. It's not hurt. It's not him up and he just continues to come forward.
Have we got a man fight going on here?
I think we do. I think it's a mistake to come in at 43. No, he wants to be fast, but, you know, giving much to a guy who probably at this point is a middleweight.
Watch your head. Watch your head.
Well, Robert Byrd worried about the head clash. The right hand gets through again.
And that nose continues to bleed.
And the breathing is a problem.
Zab's mouth is wide open. More out of his gets hit with an uppercut.
Body is as we go along. Robert Byrd's been busy. Clottey's making a which is not a good. You don't want to get him all fired up. Respect way.
Joshua, too much.
Clottey corner is telling him he's waiting. He shouldn't be waiting. Zab Judah to mount his offense. They keep telling him the body. Clottey doing exactly what they're doing now. He's working the players. And he's
Excited. Don't spin that bang. Seconds out, mouthpiece. Round 6. Round 6.
Round 6. The rounds are blazed by, and
I have this round way down on the scorecard.
Well, he also got
for Clottey.
He also got insulted. Ralph, but Clottey just shrugged at him. I mean, when he
the case of Zab, boxer, the problem is more boxer, if that makes sense.
A lot of sense, because I think it's the size difference once again.
He's getting handled, he's getting and he win this fight by the ring, but Joshua Clottey's not him to do. You can hear his corner telling Zab to box. So Zab can a slug victory.
And a left hand got in. Another one got in. That. Wow. Zab comes here, Tim.
Yeah, but it's not affecting Clottey. Clottey still of him punching. He hasn't back. You know, that's what I'm saying. Zab can score points, victory, to be able to knock Joshua Clottey out.
Now Zab's talking.
And he's paying the price.
Uh-oh. Gonna take a point away. He's in deep. He's in deep.
Yeah, he's in big trouble.
Well, we see Byrd take the point away.
Okay, here's a replay of the let's see. Well, it's right on the thigh. It was.
Yeah, it didn't hit. It didn't hit. It was. No. Now Clottey pressing the issue now, trying to cut. Fitting his mouth.
It happens, you know, when
fills up.
And he's bleeding from the cuts inside the mouth because you can't clamp down on that mouth. You got to breathe through your mouth. Get cuts inside your mouth.
Judah punches able, as Tim said, to slow. He can out. Seconds. Pick up the pace here.
Showed some toughness back from an adverse situation. And that's the only way. It just doesn't appear that he's going to be able to stop Joshua Clottey, because Joshua Clottey to be the bigger man at this point.
Step around. Listen, you're getting hit with Lee right here. You hear me?
Good boxing.
You're telling he's got to. Tell you, I don't know. It looks like he's doing that, but maybe they're stating the obvious. Just
It is that he just doesn't look good enough. More than Judah. It's tough. It's a matter of style. 7, by the way. Judah's on the right side of your screen. With Clottey. This is for the F championship. The welterweight.
vacate in order to fight
Antonio Margarito tonight, with the assumption that the winner of this fight will face Antonio Margarito.
And I can guarantee you, and Margarito fight.
Clottey with the broken hand.
Margarito of himself.
What I was going to point out, it would be for the fans, but he's got to get through first.
Zab's boxing.
Zab did a good job in round. This would be a grueling test of will for coming in with so much on the line.
And Clottey's making a bigger for Zab Judah. His nose.
Right hand got in again.
Right hand hurt.
Big holding on. Firepower behind punches. When he does, and it staggers. Crowd really getting
Really how hurt Zab Judah is.
well, he's always. There's that fight again. Yeah, we splat. Judah over in the corner now, where he doesn't want to be. After round 7.
Zab's bleeding profusely from the mouth now. It's a carbon image.
Oh. Right hand. Judah really got rocked right on the chin. For dear life now.
At this point, yeah, he's
absolutely.
Holding,
that was. I felt that.
He's holding the.
Clottey. And Judah put here to say, I see that.
Clottey's corner is telling him to let his hands go. Tell him not. His replay. Great right. Finding a hole. and that really hurt Zab. Covering up. Zab throws this uppercut. It lands. It looks like it might be Joshua's best punch of the night because it had Clottey holding on.
Seconds out.
Let me guess. You got it 5 rounds to 2. I'm just guessing.
You're clairvoyant. Yes. Or were you looking at my scorebook?
I can't read.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I have 2. Clottey.
This is business. 8th round now for Zab Judah, who was really rocking 7 and raised his fist defiantly into the air, saying, "Hey, I'm still here." But the matter of fact in this fight is the strength of has
Zab's moving.
Right hand continuously.
And the weird thing is he's Clottey range. He's at the very end of those punches where it hurts. You know, he's in front of the punishment at the end of Clottey's punches. He hasn't been very many of them.
Speed, especially with that right hand. This fast show tonight.
That lead right found a home all by Clottey.
That again, and needs to get out of that corner. Holding on now. Clottey is just the immovable object right now. He's like a grand.
You know, they might want to bring the doctor to Zab's nose.
We'll see what happens at the end of this round. Go round. I will say this much, based on what I've seen from him in the past. He has not lost his focus. He's fighting game tougher opponent.
And a little from Zab, and I think that's an indication that he was hurt more so than anything else.
When he's you give Judah a lot of credit for the punishment taken.
A gutsy
and
fight
the heart he showed.
A gutsy fight from Zab Judah. Who would have thought you'd see this kind of?
Well, that again, the right is just not being stopped. He has no answer for it. All the damage has been from that right hand.
Zab's holding on. He's waltzing the ring. And then stare at Zab's corner like pretty soon here.
He is on 8th. This is Clottey. Which means Judah needs to unleash the speed here. Stand here. Round. Clottey is up high.
And everything on his gloves. Manuel Clottey, pretty much all of those punches on his glove.
But it's Clottey round.
With you.
You gotta focus. Don't let him walk in the touch him with something. Keep touching. Keep going. Good, Zach.
Go. Here's Zab. Valiantly fighting back. Here you go. And Zab has him in the corner. But Joshua Clottey touching most of those on his glove. So good. Trying to score some points there, but not a lot of that.
That's tonight. Style. Difference that come from since the
Yeah.
and it's been a factor.
And the biggest factor is that lead right hand.
There it is again, which might start flowing
by Clottey. Relentless It's a single shot. It's not. He's not putting anything else in that. But it's an effective damaging weapon nonetheless.
Sketch folks, and again, folks, uses for, but it is the story. Here, and Judah looking over at Robert Byrd. As they get, you could just see the size difference. If you don't think 13 pounds difference means anything, folks, take a look at this fight.
Is in retreat.
Yes.
Over his, I think it's from a headbutt. Has to cut it right in the eyelid.
An accidental headbutt.
You can't see?
And Zab is saying he can't.
That's a headbutt. No, I'm just saying.
Oh, wait a second. He's saying he can see clearly. He said he stop it right now because on my scorecard he's behind. So he's run into these situations before that say they can't see. Like the doctor stop. Doctor's stopping it. That is a bad cut, though. In front of his eye. Looks like
Zab, TK have an accidental headbutt. That's the point. Rounds. Accidental headbutt not count in the decision. They will have to sort it out. The scorecards. That is a very nasty. The right.
what he
On the referee fight,
but he can get. But though, back and fight. Hey, no reason in a situation like this in a big fight. That's a desire from that headbutt.
Bad one, if you want to call it.
Yeah,
That's a textbook bad one.
Yeah.
Inside the eye, just below the eyebrow.
It looks like it's already cut right here now. He's got a small cut, and there's a that may have opened it up just a little bit more. That punch may have opened the cut up here. Robert after Joshua Clottey had hit with a punch.
Well, I saw the commissioner raise the flag over there saying that was an accidental hit. Yeah, so.
But the cut did not look as severe after the headbutt. And Joshua landed a punch that opened it even greater. He's now saying that wasn't a headbutt. So.
Oh, that's not headbutt.
He ended the fight with the punch.
Judah said he couldn't see. He said he couldn't see.
All right, I just heard from Bill Kaplan that he couldn't see.
I heard you say he could see, and the doctor in front of him, but I thought I heard you. So I don't know. We'll have. Obviously, you got to
work. This
card right now.
Let's go to Lupe.
After consulting with the referee, Robert Byrd stops this bout due to an accidental clash of heads at 122 of round number 9. And in accordance with the rules of the Nevada State Athletic Commission, we go to the scorecard and a winner. George Hill, 86-85. Dwayne Ford, 87-84. And Judge Glenn Trowbridge scores about 86-85 for the winner. By of unanimous decision, the world from Iowa, the head
We weren't quite expecting it to finish. What a way to think. In picking up that world title was to make it an 8-round fight to the judges' scorecards?
I did feeling, but the one thing to hear the doctor say to him, "Can you see?" And I thought at first that Zab definitely said he couldn't see. Zab said he could see, and then I think the doctor held up 2 fingers, not one, as Tim Smith and the guy in there. The doctor held up 2 fingers. Asked Zab how many fingers he had up, and I think Zab can have a look. Bizarre ending. I'm sure he held up fingers. How many fingers? And he said 3.
I think you're right.